All right, gentlemen, this is Nick Bockwinkel, and if you want to speak to someone who's as magnificently as intelligent as I am, In Your Head Online. Can't be any better than that if they can get into your head and you're online.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
No, it's an honor to have you here. Tell everyone that The Sheik of Baghdad, your autobiography, is available at bernsteinbooks.com.
BERNsteinbooks.com.
Right. And there's a link on our website. So why did you decide to write a book?
I decided to write the book long time ago. When Saddam Hussein is still in power, I cannot publish it.
Right.
Because if I put the book out, I'm pretty sure he will get back to my family back in Baghdad, Iraq. And I have a big family back there, and then he will get to him. And though I hold it, and I held it, and I held it until the invasion came in, and I know he was in custody of the United States of America, then I wrote the book and I put it out. And I'm very proud of it. It's a very good book, and everybody likes it, and I've been getting a lot of compliments on it from around the country.
Oh, that's great. How many family members do you have back home in Iraq? And when's the last
I got my brother as a judge, worked for Saddam Hussein for 35 years, and I got another brother is a general attorney, and another brother, he was the general accounting in Baghdad, and another brother, he was the principal of high school, and my sister, she's a housewife, and myself. I'm the only one here in the United States of America.
Right.
But they have a lot of nephews, they have a lot of kids. My mom's got 4 sisters and 4 brothers. They all got kids, and the family is huge. And they all work for the government, and some of them work for the Republican Guard and the presidential palace in Baghdad, Iraq.
Do you still keep in contact with your family?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They call me all the time on the phone. I call them back, and they always giving me the right information and keep me informed about what's going on back home with the situation as it is right now. So we keep very, very, very close contact with them.
That's good. Were you relieved when the American invasion in Iraq took place?
When did I leave?
Were you relieved?
They cannot leave, because actually they all married and got family, they got jobs, they got their homes in there, and relatives, and so forth. It's very difficult for them to go anywhere but to stay there,
Right.
Right.
When you came to the United States...
Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you like to wrestling as Billy White Wolf?
Yeah.
How did you get that name?
Well, how did I get that name? When I first started in the business, I was in Portland, Oregon, and a couple of promoters got together and they said, well, we need an Indian in here, to wrestle in our territory, because I think it will make the territory very impressive. And there was a lot of Indian in Oregon. They come to me, they told me I look like one, and we sat down and got the name Chief Billy White Wolf, and then from there I went.
Right.
And I think it was a very successful name. I wrestled throughout the world with it, Europe, Japan, Australia, United States of America. So I'm very proud of it that I did it.
Right.
And then later on I came to the Sheik back in Europe. And then when I came to America, I wrestled as Sheik Adnan Al-Kaissey, started him down in the AWA.
Right. Which character did you like better?
Well, I like it better, yes, because that's my home as the Sheik. I can speak the language. I could wear the turban and be very proud of it, and so forth and so on, because the family, they all have a lot of Sheiks in there, and I could fit right in there. So I did it.
Right. How did you get along with Verne Gagne?
Well, I got along fine with him because he was making a lot of money with me, so he doesn't like knocking success down, was the first Sheik ever came in here to the AWA, and we made nothing but money, and later on I turned Jerry well, made a Sheik out of him, and then later on I got Ken Quintera and made a Sheik out of him, and then we really did nothing but money up here,
Right.
all over, so to me, I don't want to say I knock success. Every time I spend money with somebody, I get along fine.
Right. So when you went back to Iraq, how did you like wrestling there?
I like it over there very much because we drew the biggest crowd in the world up there in the Al-Shabaab Stadium. Al-Shabaab Stadium is a soccer stadium, and Saddam wanted it to be there. Send me the TV, he gave me money, he gave me hotel, he gave me cars, he built a house for me to live in. They did everything they can just to keep wrestling going on because they want to use it and keep people occupied with it. That way they can work underneath and do what they want to do.
Right.
So when you go out there and you got 200,000 people out there screaming their lungs out for you and you're making nothing but money, it was phenomenal. To me, it was great.
Right. What were some of the big stars that you wrestled there internationally? I believe you wrestled Andre the Giant.
That's right. And I wrestled Bob Roode from Florida.
Right.
And I wrestled a lot of people from Germany. And I wrestled people from Africa, Europe, England, all over.
Mm-hmm.
They came over there and wrestled me.
Right. What were your memories of Andre the Giant?
Andre the Giant, when he came in over there, we did the biggest house with him ever because he's a big man, and they have not seen anything like that. And it was the 50th golden anniversary of the Iraqi army.
Right.
There was every delegation from around the world in the army world in here watching that match. So it was phenomenal. It was big. It was something to remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then when the match was finished, everybody around the ring from the Republican Guard surrounding all the dignitarian people, they start firing up in the air for celebration, victory. Andre didn't understand that. Poor guy, he jumped outside and hid underneath the ring for all the time there's people firing off in the air with machine guns and civilians and what have you. So it was quite a scene up there.
Yeah. So why did you leave Iraq?
I stayed there, and every year I leave. I want to come back again.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot be honest with you to tell you that I stayed there from 365 days a year. No. I left for 5-6 months to Australia. I wrestled for Jim Barnett over there, and I come back, and I stayed in Iraq. And then, because I was the boss of myself, I was the general director of the Ministry of Youth, so I could leave and come anytime I want.
Right.
I went to England, I came back, I went to the United States of America, I wrestled as an Indian for a while, and then I came back. So I go and come back. Finally, I made my final destination way back in the 77, 78, and I left. I never did come back.
Right. Did you like to wrestle as a baby face or a heel better?
Well, it doesn't really matter to me. When I was back home, I was the greatest hero. I was wrestling in the ring as a villain, but the people like it anyway. They don't understand what babyface and a villain is.
Right.
So they liked it. But to me, as an Indian, I wrestle as a babyface, and people love it. And I wrestle as a Sheik. I was the biggest villain in AWA for a while, and the people love it.
Yeah.
I
Just like
managed Sgt Slaughter and General Adnan, and we were the hottest selling M&I at the time, and people love it. And I tell you what, that was the scary one when I was with Sgt Slaughter. We thought we were going to get killed, because we were so hot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make no difference to me, really. I like it both about equal.
Right. So what was that like working with Hulk Hogan?
Well, Hulk Hogan is fine, He's okay, and he's very, he's a good man as long as, he's going to go on top, and win the match. I think he does put you over better if he was losing. You know, he does not do that, you know, but now I think he knows what it's all about, and then so he's okay. We got a lot of matches with him. Me and Sgt Slaughter went on. Me and Slaughter and Undertaker, we were teaming up against him on the Ultimate Warrior. We had one of the best matches at that time.
Yeah, I think that was SummerSlam.
And Wrestler Mania number 7, and me and Slaughter, you know, worked with him in Los Angeles, California. That was a hell of a match too, you know. I like him. He's fine. No problem with him.
Cool. Did Sgt Slaughter have a problem with doing that character? Since he was always...
He did. He could never get over it, which wasn't for me. They wanted to get over Sgt Slaughter to turn against his country, but he could do it. Then I had to come and help him out and be a villain with him and made him do it, and we got him over like a son of a gun.
Right.
Then he liked it because he was making nothing but money, you know.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
Yeah. How about... Say it, Bart.
Was there anything that Vince McMahon wanted you to do with Sgt Slaughter that you wouldn't have felt comfortable doing?
How was that again? Sgt Slaughter, you mean?
Yeah, was there any angles that Vince McMahon wanted you to do with Sgt Slaughter that you didn't want to do?
I don't think so, really. Everything we did,
Yeah.
whatever Vince McMahon wanted Sgt Slaughter to do, he did it without a problem.
Right.
And whether to put Hulk Hogan wrestle him and give him the belt, or take the belt, or whatever it was, I don't think we had a problem with it, because just like I said, at that time we were on top, we got the limousines, driving all over first class,
Yeah.
and it was great for him and for me. So Sergeant has no problem at all.
How did your family feel about you wrestling as the evil character?
They didn't really. They don't watch it often.
Right.
You know, they don't look at it often, and they don't care as long as I'm okay. I call them every night, tell them I'm fine, and so forth and so on. As long as you make a living, who cares? You know, you make
Right.
the money. I got kids to feed, and you understand.
Yeah, they knew you were playing a character.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite guys to work with?
To be honest with you, my favorite guy I worked with was Verne Gagne in Baghdad, Iraq. We had the greatest match I think I ever had with him than anybody else.
Yeah.
He worked so beautiful. Every time you grab him, he took a bump. He flew up the top of the rope and lay down. Went on the apron, lay down on his belly. On his back. I mean, we did that one because the crowd was so big. You get 200,000 people shouting. He can help us but do the best he can do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So him and I, we actually had one of the best matches I ever had. I wish I could have it again because that was ultimate. To me, it was it.
So, did you like wrestling better or being a manager?
I like wrestling better because I could do better job than managing.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Well, managing, I don't know why they want me to manage. Now, when you got operation on your knee and operation on your ankle, your leg, or this and then you cannot take bump anymore, managing is fine. I don't know at all.
Mm-hmm. Are you still active in wrestling? You still do managing sometimes?
I'm a line member, and I'm an ELK member. And I do a lot of charity shows for them. And there's a lot of shows around the country that call me to appear and make appearances and make a speech and this and that. I do that a lot. I got one coming up in North Dakota, and I got one in South Dakota. I got one in Hopkins. We did one in Brooklyn, South Dakota last week. So I'm still in it, you know.
Right.
I don't wrestle, but I make appearance and manage and make speeches.
Yeah. Did you see Hassan and Daivari recently on WWE?
Yes, I saw that, and I talked to Vince about it, and I told him that I would like to be managing with them and doing something good, but I don't like to be a villain anymore because their situation is very difficult back home.
Right.
Even though I'm from Baghdad, but if we turn out to be a babyface, I think we can get over bigger, and we'll make better business. He liked the idea. He said, I'll get back to you, but I never heard from him, so I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, I don't think they're on TV anymore.
No, they're not.
No.
You know, because they're getting a lot of people watching it, and a lot of people getting killed, American people back home,
Right.
and they don't like that, you know.
Yeah, of course. Who's your favorite guy to manage?
King Brody.
Ah, Bruiser
He
Brody.
died. He's dead,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, Bruiser Brody.
Sgt Brody. I managed him. He's gone. Him and I worked together fine. We got a lot of heat in the ring. We did a lot of things together. And he's impressive, but too bad he's dead, you know.
Yeah.
God bless his soul.
Did you ever wrestle in Puerto Rico? 'Cause that's where he was killed.
No, I never.
No. That's good. You have any questions from the?
No, I never done.
Yeah, I heard.
I went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Any questions from the fans, Barbie?
How's that?
One of our fans by the name of Rickard's Mustache wants to know if you ever got into an incident with a very patriotic fan that you thought you might have been in trouble with.
I did got in trouble with a lot of friends. One of them in Canada, Winnipeg, and one in the Madison Square Garden, one here in Minneapolis, and one in Chicago. Believe me, if I didn't get rescued by the security guys, I would have been dead. Because some of them fans jumped in from the back, and they were very, very strong, and some of them had knives, you know.
Right.
But I was helped by the security guard, and they gave him that shock, you know, that electric shock, and put him down. Otherwise, God knows what would happen.
Yeah.
It was. I did. I did. I got hit by them. I did. It's just, thank God, it's over now. I don't have to do that again.
Right. Bob from Florida wants to know, what was it like in the ending days of the AWA?
It was nice. The AWA will make money. I was over, and I was the hottest villain in the AWA, and all over the territory where they went, and a lot of fans, people enjoyed it. A lot of out of it people I went to see and visit, you know, and had a lot of food, dancing, and this and that. So it was fantastic.
Yeah. And Buck Winchester wanted to know, do you think the angle with you hurt Sgt Slaughter's career?
No, it didn't. Because later on, we're turning against him back what he was.
Right.
Me and the Irish Sheik. And made him a babyface again. And he begged on his hand and knees to forgive the people. The people forgave him, forgiving him, and they took him back. So now he's working for Vince again, so he's okay. I don't think it'd be any problem.
No. And Casino Man wants to know, where did you come up with the pointy shoes? The pointy boots?
That is custom back home.
Right.
Everybody wears them.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just the Sheik. Every people, older people, young people wear them. It's just a style to put on your feet sometime. You don't have no laces on them, just like a slipper, you know?
Right.
And they got the hooks in there.
Yeah. Yeah. One of our
That's
fans, Whipwreck, he wanted to know if there was any truth to the rumor that Saddam threatened to hurt Andre the Giant if he hurt you.
That's true. That's very true. He told me that right in front of the ring. He said, if he beats you, I'll empty 10 bullets in his head and send him back to France with a pine box.
Wow.
I never told anybody about it. I said, no, I don't worry about it. He's not going to win. I'm going to win the match, and simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in to finishes in the ring and beat Andre 2 straight just to save his life.
Yeah. Did you ever lose a match in Iraq?
No.
No.
I got disqualified, but I didn't get pinned, you know, because the reason I didn't do that, I never did that, because if the people, when I get beat and if somebody raised their hand, the other guy, I'm sure they get shot immediately. So why take a risk like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all.
Right. Did they get really mad the times you got disqualified?
They got disqualified, yeah, they get mad. There's 150 people, when I got disqualified, you could drop a pin and you could hear it. So that,
right.
You know, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous, you know.
Yeah. Before I let you go, is there anything you want to tell your fans out there why they should buy your book?
Well, I want to tell my fans, you know, read the book. The book is an excellent book. It's just not all about wrestling. It's got wrestling back in Baghdad, wrestling back in here, but also it tells you about my life, how I grew up, and how hard life was for us to come here in the United States of America. And they will understand. They will know exactly what's going on. And you can get them at Borders Book and anywhere in the country. And Barnes and Noble
Right.
books anywhere in the country.
All right.
It's a good book. Also, I want to help the children back in Baghdad, Iraq, with some of my royalty, because these children in Baghdad, Iraq, I think they suffered the most during all this war that happened during Saddam Hussein regime. I want to look after those kids. So, enjoy the book, and God bless every fan, bless you too, and bless the United States of America. All right?
Thank you. Thank you for being on. And good luck with the book.
Thanks a lot.
This is Sheik. If you're listening in your head.